Hey, sports porchers. It's your hockey Jesus with Game 72. Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Well, Pittsburgh Penguins fans, happy to report another win for the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's two in a row. And five of the last 6 points in their last three games. I tell you what, they probably deserved the win tonight. Wasn't a dominant game by any stretch of the imaginations, but hey, 3-2 win for the Pens. Somehow didn't get the empty netter tonight. That's a little mind-boggling, but I guess, when you're on a power play at the end of the game, that's going to happen. So, stop by the porch. Let's talk about some Pens and their chances at still making the playoffs. Not dead yet. Let's go. Well, the Pittsburgh Penguins continue their winning ways, beating the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight by a score of 3-2. Honestly, it was a pretty entertaining game. Honestly, I thought that Gino had his best game in a while. Let's see, which dates do you want to remember here? There are two dates to remember about Gino's and Gino's two goals tonight. His last goal, the last time he had a goal, March 14th, the last time Gino had two goals in one game. I bet you don't know this. That's why you stop by the porch and you listen to the Hockey Jesus. It was January 27th, his last two-goal game. Look, the Penguins haven't had a lot of players with two-goal games. In fact, they only have one hat trick this year. Sidney Crosby, early in the season, had a hat trick in a 5-2 win versus I forget who. Meaningless at this point, but I was happy to see they didn't put Gino out there for the empty net goal. Honestly, Columbus was pushing there at the end, and I actually thought they might have had a pretty good chance at scoring a goal. Look, Ned wasn't great tonight. Save percentage of 895. That's good, but he only had 19 saves. He really didn't have to do a lot of work tonight. I thought the defense once again was solid. Man, I'm telling you, I love me some St. Ivany. I just love the way this kid plays. I think he is going to be a winner. I don't like the fact that they're playing him instead of Ludwig. I get it. They both, I think they both have the right hand side. So, they don't like to put two guys out there. Graves looked like he got hurt. So actually might mean that on Saturday we might get to see St. Ivany and Ludwig play together. I'd love to see those guys play together. I don't care if they're both right-handed guys. I think the future is now. I think it looks brighter than it has before. I'm encouraged by the fact that the young guys are stepping up. Look, there weren't young guys tonight. Tonight, Gino scored the goal. DOC got a really nice one. I guess he's still a kid, right? He's still in his kind of his first year, first full year. He played some, last year, but this was definitely his first full year. I think he only has something like five goals, six goals. No, that's wrong. He has more goals than that. What am I talking about? I can look it up, but it's definitely he definitely has 10 goals tonight. I was thinking about Pustin, and Pustin only has 4 goals, who's kind of fallen off here a little bit in the last few games. But he had 2 goals before that, and then Russ went on a little run, and then Puljujärvi went on a run, and now DOC is on a run. That's what you need when the team's going to play well together. You need different guys to go on runs. You can't always rely on the same guy. Sid had 2 points again tonight. I'm telling you that points per game for the season is looking really good right now, barring an injury. You never know when an injury can happen. These things happen. I hope it doesn't happen to Sid towards the end of the season because he's looking pretty strong still. I think he's getting more comfortable playing with DOC. Clearly, him and Rust have still a little bit of chemistry. Now, it's nothing like Jake. It's never going to be nothing like Jake. When you play with somebody for 6-7 years, that's going to take some time to build up. But Drew O'Connor's starting to win me over to, maybe being able to play on this top pair. Still love to see Bunning there. Bunning was a little absent tonight, but I loved it when there was a little bit of a scrum. I think Raquel was in the middle of something. You see Bunning jump in the middle of things there. I just love that about Bunning. We haven't had that element at Pittsburgh for a very long time where somebody's coming in to say, I got your back. I love that. I love that about Bunning. So even when he doesn't have, maybe not a good night from a stat standpoint, he's still noticeable out there. He's still in the front of the net. I think he's going to be a welcome addition for the next few years. Honestly, I think in the long run he's going to work out just fine. I know all you Jake fans out there are still pining his loss, and you know what? I'm not going to say anything about that because I like Jake too, but it's time to move on. And looking at these young kids play, I'm just very happy and thrilled that they're finally getting a chance. Look, Sam Poulin probably took a step back tonight. He wasn't that great, but you know what? He had to play with Carter down on that fourth line. It's different, man. When you're playing with Carter and Carter can't skate like Gruden can and Puljujärvi can, you got to change your game up. And I think that's probably the hardest part for a young skater coming up in the NHL now is to play with so many different players and guys who maybe aren't as fast, but maybe are as talented. Look, I don't think Carter needs to be on the ice ever again in the Penguins uniform. Maybe the last couple games just as a tribute to his career. He is a veteran. He won't be playing after this year, but we have to find out about these young kids. Achari's not going to be playing the rest of the season. Niedo's not going to be playing the rest of the season. Gives these guys time to step up and see what's going on. But hey, the star of the show tonight was absolutely Gino. This 2 power plays, I think they were 2 for 4, 2 for 5 on the power play tonight. Awesome. That's the way it could have been all season long. If Gino would have not decided to stop shooting and he would have just continued his Gino ways of shooting the puck. I get it. Columbus not a great team. The goalie, he's not top 10 talent, let's face it. But you know what? That's how you get your confidence back. You basically step up against these teams that are not very good and you say, "Hey, we can at least score against these guys." It was 3-2. It was still a pretty close game, but Columbus didn't look like they were out there to play. They look like they're tanking a little bit. They didn't just give it up. And trust me, they'll play different when they play against when they play in front of the home crowd on Saturday. They'll be a little bit more fired up for that game. So, if the Penguins want to have any chance, and look, I know I still have the beard on. I said I was going to shave it off, but mathematically, these Penguins are not eliminated from contention. I know technically they're not, but mentally they probably are. Look, if they win the rest of their games, the best they can do is get to 94 points. That's 2 points less than I projected to be able to make the playoffs. 96 is what the hockey Jesus projected at the beginning of the season. I'm going to stick with that. So that's why I say they're out of it. But look, if they get to 94 points and miraculously can win 10, well, I guess this would be now 12 in a row. I don't know. Anything can happen. I know it sounds stupid. I get it. I understand just by saying it, it does sound stupid. But look, they're theoretically still in it. So I'm going to ride it for as long as I can. There's a big stretch coming up. Look, the next 4 games, Columbus, the Rangers, the Devils, and then the Washington Capitals all on the road. Hey, if you can beat those guys, you are definitely going to have a chance at being in it till the end. So tonight, Pittsburgh Penguins, not dead yet, still alive, 74 points, 2 in a row for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Gino's coming alive. Hey, anything can happen, right? I expect to see Jari in goal on Saturday. Hey, you won't see this wonderful background on Saturday night. I'm going to be taking a little road trip to see my son out in Philadelphia. Yes, the dreaded Philadelphia Flyer territory. But I'll be with you. I'll be here Saturday night after the game, giving you the analysis. I'll find a way to get it done because I'm the hockey Jesus, and that's what I do for you guys, my fans. And you know you're a fan if you hit that subscribe button and you can get the hockey Jesus after every Penguins game. So, Pittsburgh Penguins fans, maybe even some Columbus Blue Jackets fans out there, hit that subscribe button. And I know you're not going to say it, Columbus fans, but you Pittsburgh Penguins fans will say it. Keep the faith and let's go Pens.